What's up, miners? Welcome back to another episode of Mine Something. I'm Jake, and today I'm excited to tell you guys I got back my RX 6600, or one of them at least, from Powercolor. Uh, Unboxing the GPU, it looks like I may have gotten a brand new one. I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out. But I had some thermal issues with this particular card. I have a couple of these actually in a rig with 6 other 6600s, and by far Powercolor was the worst performing out of the group. I would say Gigabyte was probably the best as far as thermals are concerned. These Powercolors right out of the box, man, they're probably running between 90 and 94 degrees on the memory temps, which is not great, but what can I say? When it comes to the warranty process, I gotta say I'm pretty satisfied with Powercolor. You can tell by my email here, I initiated the RMA process, I think, probably around the 29th of June, it looks like. And I shipped it probably around the 10th or so. You've only got like 15 days or something like that to ship this card, or you've got so many days until they receive it before that RMA number is no longer good. And it looks like they received it on the 18th. I think it took them a couple of days to acknowledge receipt and send me an email that they had received it after they did actually receive it according to my tracking number. But yeah, they did some testing. They emailed me back, basically said that the GPU crashed during our initial stress test, and now they're waiting for a replacement. They didn't specify if I was getting a used one or if they were replacing it with a new one, but I can tell you that I had to be the one to initiate a response from them after receiving that initial email saying that they were going to mail out a replacement. Basically, my email says I was hoping to get an update on the status of the replacement. My last correspondence was on June 18th, and this was on August 1st. So a good full 2 weeks after they told me they were waiting for a replacement, I still hadn't received anything from them. And I guess that's really all it took. Almost immediately afterwards, the next day, I got an email saying that GPU should be shipping out to you today or tomorrow. You'll be receiving a tracking number a little bit later this afternoon, and that tracking number should be updated for you by the end of the day tomorrow. Just a heads up, in case you guys ever go through the RMA process with them, they specifically stated that I would have to present my ID and pick the package up at a holding facility. However, it did show up at my doorstep. I just simply had to show them my ID. I believe they scanned it, signed for it, and then good to go. So overall, I would say pretty satisfied with the RMA process with Powercolor. Not satisfied with the thermal pads, but hey, maybe maybe they addressed that issue going forward with the replacement card, but hey, I doubt it. We'll just have to wait and find out. Some other cool stuff I wanted to share with you guys was something new that Whattomine has added, and that is what they refer to as break even, or ROI, return on investment timeframes. So if you open Whattomine, it's going to look like this. Normally it's going to start out with the most profitable card, which in this case is the 3090 Ti on Ethereum. But you can actually sort by the break-even category, and it looks like the card that breaks even the fastest is going to be a 2060 on Octopus, which I find rather odd. I would have expected other cards. But this is all subject to the pricing information that they have listed. So, for example, they've got a 2060 listed at $249.99 and a 3080 at $749. The big question is, where are they getting this pricing information from? I did a little checking to see if it lined up with Best Buy and Newegg, and I can't seem to find any correlation between retail prices of a brand new card, or if they're taking aggregate data or an average, including used cards, perhaps off of eBay or other websites. If you have any idea where they're pulling this pricing information, please leave a comment down below. Would love to know. And when it comes to a 2060 being the fastest ROI, I personally have not mined Octopus. Of course, I've mined Ravencoin and a few of these others, but when it comes to cashing out, if that's what you're planning on doing, keep in mind these prices are based, or at least this ROI is based on profitability for that moment in time, and all of this is subject to change. Having said that, I looked at eBay's pricing for 2060s, and it looks like we're coming in a little under what they're listing it at. So, you may have to do your own math here and not necessarily rely on Whattomine for your ROI or break even. For example, a 3060 Ti is listed at 470. Brand new retail pricing for a Founders Edition, if you manage to get your hands on one, is $399. Is this including tax? I don't know. So the other thing to consider is, the profitability fluctuating hourly, daily, weekly. This is going to bounce around quite a bit, but at least this gives you a snapshot of what to expect for your return on investment. And there's a couple of other things that I wanted to cover today, and that is in regards to my strategy when Ethereum switches to proof of stake. And I've heard some speculation. I don't seem to see a lot of people in the community talking about this, but I have some concerns around NiceHash. Now, if you're using NiceHash currently, there are a plethora of reasons to utilize it. I personally don't use NiceHash. My strategy is a little bit different. I'm holding ETH. I'm holding Ergo. I'm holding a handful of coins. I don't sell my coin. I'm a long-time hodler. Now, I did recently cash out some Ethereum because I plan on going solar, and I wanted to use some of that for my solar investment. But having said that, NiceHash has some great tools. Now, paying you out in Bitcoin may be the safest bet. We don't know what's going to happen with all of these other coins. Something else you can utilize is a platform like Unmineable. You can get paid in a variety of different coins. And also, regardless of what platform you're using, you can always take your mined coin and switch it to whatever you think has the most potential in the future. Or if you want to switch it into a stable coin and kind of hang on to that value. Like I said, a lot of different strategies. But what I want to point out about NiceHash specifically is NiceHash can be used in a malicious way. In fact, they even have a statement listed a couple of years ago, I think back in 2020, where they're addressing 51% attack allegations. And what I wanted to point out here is technically it is impossible for NiceHash or any other miner behind a pool to detect if its hash power is or will be used for a 51% attack. Essentially what can happen is a malicious actor can utilize your hardware to attack another algorithm, and there's nothing they can do to prevent this. Now, they say that they will, and they have ways to kind of track this, but it's already happened before. It's very likely to happen again. And I believe that there are going to be some malicious actors out there that do plan on utilizing NiceHash to perform a 51% attack on other coins. And I personally advocate for you guys to get off of NiceHash when the merge comes. I've heard some of the other YouTubers talking about, what are you going to do the day of the merge? I'm going to put all my hash rate on NiceHash, let it profit switch so that, I'm getting the most bang for my buck. But if you look at the possibility or the likelihood of them utilizing this to attack another algorithm, I personally think it's very high. And we've had enough FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the marketplace. We're in the midst of a bear market. And the last thing we need is for any of these other coins to have some serious catastrophic event that takes them out. And it just the likelihood of it seems pretty high to me. And if you're only using NiceHash because that's all you know, well, then maybe look at this as a great opportunity to start learning another platform. You need to expand your knowledge. You need to continue to grow. And NiceHash puts you in that comfort zone, and it's hard to get out of that, guys. Other platforms that I could mention, of course, would be HiveOS. You can just stick to Windows. Use the miner and contribute directly to a specific pool, and then send that coin once you get your payout to whatever you prefer, whether that's a hardware wallet or a centralized platform like Coinbase, Crypto.com, whatever the case is. You just need to get away from NiceHash initially. If you want to go back to it later on, that's perfectly fine. But let's face it, the temptation is there, and as we've seen with other things in the past, such as Terra Luna, if there's a kink in the chain, it's going to be exploited. And I don't want to see other development being stifled and innovation being stifled because we're too lazy to get off of NiceHash. Okay, nothing against NiceHash. It's a great platform, and it serves a purpose very well, but there's just not enough checks and balances here, guys, to prevent something catastrophic from happening. So please do your part. Do research on the other platforms that are out there. You've got plenty of time to figure them out before the merge comes, so start doing your research now. And I hope to see some of you guys comment down below. Let me know what struggles you may have in using some of these other platforms. Maybe I can create a video to walk you guys through it. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there, but if you need something that's a little bit more updated, I'd be happy to help with that, guys. If you would, please leave a like. Let's hit the subscribe button. Very much use your help. This is the midst of the down market. Not a whole lot of people in the space, and when it comes to crypto mining content, there are still a lot of guys out here in the space that are doing their best every single day to bring you this content. Please like and subscribe to those channels as well. Comment, watch till the end of the video. Do your part to make sure that these guys can survive through the bear market. It's very important. Really appreciate you guys watching the video today. Hope you have a good one. I'm out.